Hello subscribers, here is another review. This time it's the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Battle Damage Velociraptor Blue figure. Now this may be the best Velociraptor Blue figure that we've gotten for any toy line, because it has the most accurate paint job and sculpt and the best proportions. And of course this is one of the many blue figures released for the Jurassic World toy line. Of course it includes this battle damage figure, the two minifigures, the attack packs, the story pack jumping blue, the 12-inch basic blue, and I think there's a few others, but I kind of forgot what they were. But anyways, let's take a look at the detailing of this battle damage dino. See, detailing, it's kind of on par with the battle damage figures. See, it's not perfect, but it's decent. See all the musculature in the legs, then all the nice detailing in the claws right there, and the feet. The feet are nicely proportioned. They're not oversized like the jumping blue or the attack pack blue. See, the tail is straight out. It's nice and long, and you got all the nice lines sculpted on the tail. So you see all the skin folds and muscles right here, and a nice head sculpt right here. Of course, this is no doubt a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World raptor. See inside, you got nicely sculpted teeth with no paint defects, and on the belly you got typical detailing and the scan code for the Jurassic World Facts app. So that's it. Nothing really to say about detailing other than that it's basically similar to the attack pack dinosaurs. So as for articulation, of course, you got the legs, which lock into place. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of articulation. Yeah, also the arms are ball jointed, so you can put her in this position right here. And the head is also ball jointed. You can move her head up and down, then this way too. It's kind of goofy. Of course, you could put her in like a pouncing pose, like how she's pouncing on the Indoraptor in the mansion, like that, sorta. Yeah, that looks a little better. Our leg articulation is kind of limited though. See, they don't. This one doesn't really go far out back, and they don't go far out front either. So that's might be my only flaw with this figure. Flaw with this figure is the limited articulation in the legs. So of course, let's get to the paint job. Now this is probably one of the most movie accurate paint jobs I've seen, because it actually has a blue's underbelly color, which is like just a sandy color, and then of course you got the basic light gray, and then the blue, which actually continues all the way down the tail, unlike the attack pack, and it actually has the white striping around the blue too, so which is really nice. And of course you got her yellow eye with the black slit pupil. Of course, inside the mouth you got sandy colored teeth and a pink mouth. So, overall sculpt, the sculpt is just fantastic in my opinion. This is probably one of my top 10 favorite figures for Mattel's Jurassic World toy line. And when I first saw the stock photos of this figure, I wasn't too impressed with it. But now that I've seen reviews of it and I saw that the store, I couldn't help myself, so I picked it up. Yeah, the sculpt looks fantastic, and the feet aren't oversized, and actually has a toe claw too, unlike Hasbro's giant Velociraptors, and they're painted gray too, even though the hand claws don't have any paint. But that's just a minor nitpick. So let's get on to the action feature, which is of course the battle damage. You just tap it, and it reveals the wound, and it's not a sliding door like Hasbro's figures. It's actually a rotating spring-loaded cylinder inside, with the flesh wound, and it isn't as oh, sorry about that, Blue. But yeah, it isn't as like isn't as how should I say it, like the trigger isn't as sensitive as as the Hasbro's figures, because if you hold on to it, you see it's not setting off only a little bit, but when you touch the Hasbro one, it just the battle damage wound just opens. Yeah, and it does balance well on its own. Unlike the attack pack, this one balanced fairly well, even if the feet aren't that oversized. So that's just fantastic. So let's start with the comparisons right now. First up, let's bring out Attack Pak Blue. I don't have the story Pak Blue yet, but here is Attack Pak Blue. So as you can see, both are basically the same exact sculpt. See the head sculpt, you can tell like the head sculpts are exactly the same, but the claws on here are more like, you know, zombie hands, while this one the claws are like spread out. And see the feet here are kind of oversized. This one on here looks a little better, and like this one seems to be in like a running pose. This one seems to be in a neutral pose, which I like more than this pose right here, because the pose on here kind of limits, you know, the playability. But this one, you know, is perfect. Probably one of my This is probably one of my favorite Jurassic Park Raptor toys ever. And also, you see the major differences in the paint job. So that's Attack Pak Blue. Let's take out Legacy Collection Jumping Velociraptor. See, of course, the Story Pak Blue. There's also like, you know, like this figure has Blue's colors for the Story Pak Blue, but not really a huge fan of that figure because, like, you know, the Easel Raptors colors works for this sculpt, but I don't think like Blue's colors works for this sculpt, because that Jumping Blue figure looks weird because, you know, like I said, the colors don't work for this sculpt. But you see, these two are pretty cool figures, look pretty compatible, except, you know, the major differences in the proportions. So that's Jumping Lost World Velociraptor. Next up we have a Battle Damage Mini Velociraptor and Blind Bag Mini Velociraptor Blue. See how all similar they look? So next up, let's bring out a Jurassic Park Series 1 Electronic Velociraptor and Jurassic Park 3 React Attack Velociraptor, or male Velociraptor. So he's gonna have to stand like that. You see, in terms of detailing, this one probably has the best detailing, and a fairly movie accurate sculpt too. But I just don't like the posture though, because, you know, it hinders its ability to stand. But I'm not really a huge fan of this figure because the sculpt is kind of weird and proportions are kind of odd, and the pose is kind of like, you know, static and boring. But it's still a cool figure. This is at least probably like a 5.5 or 6 out of 10. But you see, they all seem to be kind of well. These two are compatible, but this one doesn't seem to be as compatible though. Next up, let's bring in Jurassic World Titan Raptor Charlie. Now, so Hasbro, like, they removed the toe claws. They removed the toe claws so it would stand better, but, you know, this thing like, you know, barely stands even without a toe claw, and this thing stands like perfectly fine even with a toe claw. But yeah, this figure is just bad. I don't know why I haven't sold it yet. And a few comparisons. Here we have Electronic Blue and Basher Biter Blue. No comparison. Sculpt, paint job, this is better, and proportions too. And let's bring out a few more. Here we have Superposable Indoraptor. Yeah, Indoraptor is looking a little too big right here. You could put make Blue, you know, attacking him right now. That looks pretty cool. So last two comparisons. Here we have Action Attack Carnotaurus and Roarvor's Baryonyx, my two favorites. See, these two movie accurate sculpt, movie accurate paint jobs. These three are definitely in my top 10 all-time favorite Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toys. See, they all look compatible. And yeah, that is it for the Mattel Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Battle Damage Blue figure. And I do recommend you picking this up if you haven't so already. This figure is an 8.5 out of 10. Or possibly even a 9 out. This figure gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Because, you know, sculpt and paint job is fantastic. Only costs us $10, so it is worth the $10. It's at Walmart, because, you know, it's a Walmart exclusive, being a Battle Damage figure. So if you like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.